Little stag beetle, your spiky pinchers are so sharp, they must feel so good. What? Okay, she's into some weird stuff here. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Last episode, we saved Lanayru and Hyrule Castletown from Twilight by finally finishing off the last of the shadow bugs, including that terrifying Tweely bloat mini-boss. Good riddance. And now that the land is rid of that undulating insect menace, we've got a lot of quests that we can tackle. Things have really opened up for Link. Now, we're kind of stuck here in the lake, but we can get back up there thanks to a friend. We don't have any monsters to fly us up, but there's other methods as well, including... He's not going to help us, but he is cute, so let's talk to him.
Oh, a human. I'm Plum. But I don't need to talk to humans.
He has his own little song that plays when you get too close. And there is a Zora here, so maybe one more time, just to send off the lake region for a little bit.
I remember the Zora tribe, but now people care for Lake Hylia. The other Zora, they're all on top, they're at the bottom of the lake. Goodbye.
It almost sounds like a drowning Andre the Giant or something, that voice. Okay, anyways, so over here, our buddy Fire, he made it out of the lake. Luckily, he built this thing on a flotation device. Lake Hylia's newest attraction, Fire and Falby's watertop land of fantastication. Free admission, cash required for each ride. So just like a normal carnival or fair, you have to pay for everything, even if you get in for free. How you doing, buddy?
Some of the Zoras still alive down under there. I thought maybe they dried up along with the lake. Hey, buddy, have you heard? There's like a temple or something at the bottom of this lake. They put on such airs and all their rituals and fancy temple hoo-ha, and then they just disappear and leave me alone. Oh. And what's with putting that temple so deep the humans can't swim there? I swear those Zoras... Oh, are you a customer? You are one lucky fella. The height of excitement, the thrill of launching to the heavens, the very peak of flying fantastication. It could be yours, fella, for a limited time only and without waiting in line. It's a paltry 10 rupees. What do you say, buddy of mine? Want to give it a shot?
So he does offer special cannon repairs. That'll be useful later in the game, but we're going to give it a shot here.
Welcome, fella. And right this way, just step into that dark hole for no reason.
Here, hurry up and hop on in, okay? I trust you with my life, you creepy, sad hobo clown. So he has a music box powered device here, and I should have known that something was up when he has the little Okos spinning around. That's a hint at where this came from. But he's just as creepy as human-faced birds. He has a cannon hidden in this thing, and we're gonna make like Mario and just kind of launch ourselves up there towards his brother or buddy. They're just partners in crime. Maybe it's like Waluigi and Wario. This guy's the skinny guy that they're not related, but they do scam people out of their rupees. So there's a mini game here, and if you look down there, you can see there's a spinning little platform on top of a bunch of others, and that's what we're shooting for. If we want to land on that top one, we can get 100 rupees. Not necessarily worth going for, but if you want to make it a little easier on yourself, you can hit that weather vane with your Gale Boomerang, and there we go. Stops it for you. That chest on the top will refill every time you come over here, so good way to get 100 rupees if you want to, go back and forth, but you do have to pay every time you shoot up here. Whoa, that reminds me of something. Didn't the Lake Queen in Zora's Domain ask you to do something? She asked us to find her son, the one who's been missing since he headed for Hyrule Castle. I think she said something about granting you some special power if you rescued him. If the final piece of Fused Shadow is on the bottom of Lake Hylia, then it looks like we're going to need that ability. So hinting at where we should be heading, and I'm going to, spice this up and pepper in some of these little mini games and side quests as we go through and head towards the main objective. First, let's try this out. Hey, buddy, you're even creepier than your brother down there. Well, hi there. Welcome to Falby's Flight by Fowl. Are you ready for a flight full of dreams and sweet, sweet bonuses? A Kuko-powered ride around Lake Hylia? You will love it. Oh, a Kuko just went in front of the camera there with its little crest. Next up for Fantastication, one big guy. Just one? Right, then that's 20 rupees for a ticket to the Isle of Riches. How about it, partner? Okay. All right, thanks, partner. Now just grab a Kuko of any color and try to sail to the Isle of Riches. So we have to go out here on this ledge next to this creepo and try to fly down there. What's the matter, partner? So what color do you fancy, partner? Now, these don't really matter. It's not like the little pups in Majora's Mask trying to race. But we're just gonna grab this one and jump right off. Now there are a bunch of rupees in the sky here that you can hit. They're not really worth it. There's some platforms over there. There's a hidden cave with it looks like another Kuko sitting there with some rupees and stuff. But you really want to aim for the Isle of Riches. And I'm trying to stall a little bit as we float down to make sure that we can be at the right height to hit that thing when we get close to it. Now you could aim for that top chest. I'm gonna try to go for the second to the top platform, and hopefully we'll be high enough to hit it here, because that will help us get the thing that we really want. Let's try to land. There we go. That was so close, but we got it. I'm not worried about the 100 rupees up there, but we did get the piece of heart. That's what I wanted. And you also, as long as you're careful about how you drop off of here, you can get all of the chests below. Hey, buddy, he helped me get. He's off in the water now. So we also got the Kuko stamp for Miiverse posts, and then a little bit farther. Ooh, don't fall. Ooh, that was close. I want to get all the rewards here, even though they're not really that valuable. A couple extra rupees on the way, but it's worth it. We're going to be spending a lot of rupees here in just a little bit. Let me grab that. And it's almost nighttime. There is a creepy Poe that hangs out on this platform. He hasn't shown up yet. We can't defeat any Poes until later on in the game, so I'm not worried about it, but he's going to pop up here very soon. So we're going to move our way back to Fire, and he does have a little bit of different dialogue when you talk to him again, but I'll speed things up, and we can actually just skip it, so I don't even have to skip ahead. We'll talk to him real quick.
Hey, you're back. So, fella, I guess you like the ride, huh? Not a bad bit of fantastication. The height of excitement, blee, blah, blue, all the good stuff. All right, we're going to give it another shot and jump right in. And as the night falls upon the region, we will head out and jump on our faithful horse, Epona, to head our way towards the castle town. There's so much stuff, though, like I mentioned, to do. A lot has opened up in the way of exploration. The beginning of this game, a little bit kind of linear and rooted on where you have to go, but at this point, there's a lot of different stuff we can do. We don't have to jump right into that dungeon, and we got some nice triumphant music right before it heads into tonight. We do have to be careful here. I think there's some gways and things, and when the sun sets, there'll be even more enemies to deal with, like creepy skeleton dogs. Yeah, there's gways hanging out on the rock here. They followed me all the way from Majora's Mask to try to kill me. Okay, so I'm gonna blow this little horse grass here and get Epona. Now the bridge is pretty good to go across, even though it's kind of some of these paths that lead into other areas are dead ends or not really worth going around if we're headed to the castle. But I still think it's worth going over here just because there are some things we can grab. There's a few other stuff on the wall there that we'll need another item to get. I'm gonna be careful with these guys because they're so happy to run in and try to kill us. That one's like, oh, he died. All right, I'm leaving this dude out of here. There should be, did I go to the wrong one? There should be a nice glowing bug on one of these. And I feel like, oh, there it is, right? He's hanging out over there. He's on the wrong part. That's really strange looking. Did he glitch out or something? I don't know if we can, there we go. We still grabbed him. I thought he was supposed to be on that wall there, but he was like hanging out in the air. We got the male mantis regardless. All right. So let's head across the bridge. There are tons of gways just ready to nibble on a Hylian ear. Mr. Link, wait! Well, the postman's gonna stop us real quick, kind of pointing us in the right direction for the main quest.
Greetings, Mr. Link. I've come to deliver a letter. There's a letter for you, Link. 2 letters, in fact.
Ba-ba-da-ba. All right. And, well, my business is concluded. Onward to mail. So we'll read these before we head out real quick. But yeah, they're kind of pointing us towards where we need to go. So we've got 2 letters here. Good stuff inside from Barnes. Finally, we've finished production on a new type of bomb. These ones can be used in the water. We have them in stock now. Come by and pick yours up. In Kakariko. And then also, the Lineru Tourist Association has prepared a grand tour of natural splendor. Our current main attraction is Isa and Hannah's playground for grown-ups. You'll find both immediately down the riverbank from the Zora waterfall pool. So there's a rapid ride that we can do and shoot targets and stuff. And then also fishing is really fun and relaxing. So we'll head to those a little later on. But for now, I'm going to focus on getting some of the stuff on the way to the castle. So we didn't get to see the other side of the bridge here. We were rudely, shot off by fire. There's some enemies here, like these creepy skull dogs, and there are some chews. There's a bunch of different colors of chews in this game, and it's perfect to just walk right over them on your horse. But the chews, you can put them in a bottle and drink them directly. You don't have to wait until you have any type of, potion set up. You don't have to, craft them into different stuff. And I think we're pretty close to where that other bug is. It's around here somewhere. I just figured I'd stop and drop a bomb here, so we can do that. Hey, jerk. Trying to smack me. There is a red Bokublin over here. I think in the new game, Breath of the Wild, they're going to be flipped, where the red ones are the basic ones and the blue ones are the more powered ones, which I think is how it is in the original Zelda. But anyways, before these disappear, let me grab those. Now I know somewhere around this path here, there should be a nice little bug for us to grab. I'm just trying to remember exactly where it is. It's the other bug that we need on the way here. I might have gone a little too far, but if it is back there, I'll grab it. I kind of want to show you guys what's over this way anyways, because it is a path that leads back to a gate that's locked, but that will go back to the field that we've been to previously. So we're going to turn ourselves around here and mosey on back. It should be on the left side, but on the canyon wall, we'll find the lady mantis. And luckily, they're very separated, or else she probably would eat the boy one. Okay, so over here, we can kind of spot it easier at night. So it is good that we're running around at night, even though it's scary. There's a little hookshot target there. And I think it might actually be back towards, where the chews are. I went a little too far. Let's jump off real quick. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to avoid this bone doggy and slice him up. There we go. These guys creep me out. They're some of the scarier enemies. And speaking of that, even the basic chews are kind of creepy in this game. They have a more realistic Dungeons and Dragons style to how they're designed. So they're squirming around over there. So if you find a shiny rare chew, they're kind of golden colored. Definitely get that. They only appear in certain spots in the game consistently, and they'll sometimes, very rarely, randomly be in a group of chews. I might stop and grab one of the red chews here. Oh no, that purple one. So the purple are the ones you don't really want to mess with. They're not really worth it. They'll either take a heart away. Sometimes they'll give you a heart when you drink them, and other times they'll just, take it and then, leave you in a lurch. So you want to have the chews that are going to help you out more. I'm going to drink this nasty soup. Ugh, took a little damage there, but that's all right. We'll get rid of that and scoop up some red chew jelly. And this will restore 8 hearts, so it's kind of just like a red potion. They cut out the middleman. You don't have to make potions in this one. You just drink the chews directly. Fresh chew juice. So yeah, the red ones do 8. The blue ones, I wanted to get one of those. They'll completely restore your hearts. And then there's a few other varieties like the yellow, which is for lantern oil, and the purple, which I mentioned is, only going to do a little bit of health, or it could randomly give you a bunch back, but it is mostly, most likely going to just hurt you. So don't bother with the purples necessarily. There is also a rare green chew that's only in the Wii version of the game and this version, and you can find that with the, let me grab my bomb arrows here so we can go in this little side path. You can find the green chew only in the Cave of Ordeals, so it is a little bit special, but it doesn't actually do anything. I think that's a remnant from when they were going to have a magic meter in this game, but they took it out. But yeah, definitely get the rare chew, because that one is like the Great Fairy's Tears, or from Skyward Sword, or the Grandma's Soup from Wind Waker, so it completely restores your health and gives you double attack strength. So very, very useful. I'm just gonna run through the Bulblins here. You might notice there's little notches on the wall as we go along. There's something a little later, wrong one, a little later in the game that we're gonna get that will help us with that. I'm just gonna pick up all these. Ooh, hey, Epona, I flipped off the back of you for a reason. But yeah, we're gonna grab some rupees as we go, because we do need a bunch for one of the side quests. But as we go down this side area, we're gonna pop up in, I think this should be North Hyrule Field. You can see we're kind of above the castle, and one of the trees around here, I think it's the one that's closest over here. There should be something special. There it is, sorry, a little bit farther. Trying to remember the exact location of these little bugs can get kind of tough. There's a gway in the way. Maybe that's why they're called that. All right, I think it's just the sound that they make because they're kind of like crows. But I'm gonna grab that if we're close enough. Thank you very much. We got the male stag beetle, and the female one is gonna be up on the mountain. You don't wanna go too far from Epona. There's horse grass in a few spots all over the field, but if you go too far from her, you have to walk back and worry about running into enemies. Now, this little upper path here, we were down here before swimming around and stuff. That was where that Kargarok scared me. But this little upper path has some secrets, including a cave that we can't do too much in, but also next to this Tektite. Ooh, jeez. Epona? Yes, I'm so used to Ocarina and Majora's Mask, you know, controlling my little horse here, that her controls are kind of weird in this game. I don't like them as much, but she is nice to ride around on still. Definitely appreciate the extra speed. We're gonna grab the other beetle here. This is the lady stag beetle. Let's pick that up. There we go. So we're just grabbing all the bugs on the way. This little cave that we can blast open here is covered in ice, so we can't do anything there. There is a cave over there. You can see it. That one will lead to Zora's domain, and we might actually use that later because that's a nice shortcut. We can't really like warp around yet and get to places easily, so that's going to be helpful in this early stage of the game. So I'm going to quickly try to dodge these guys because their fiery arrows are no match for Epona's strong hooves. But they can still kind of hit you and knock you off your horse, so be careful with that. And I'm going to head to the one side area. I think it's West Hyrule Castle Field Place. That's not the official name, but there we go. This little side area as well. This is where the Golden Wolf is hanging out, the Hero Shade, so we can grab that skill. But also, a couple of bugs on the way. We've been over here before, and but we're gonna head in. Now it's not Twilighty, so it's a little nicer. And there's a butterfly up there. As long as a Bulblin doesn't sneak up on me, we should be okay to grab that. There we go. Come here, little one. All right. So we got that. And these bugs, I know I've been catching them this whole time, but they are... I almost got hit by an arrow. They are useful, and I'll show you guys the use for them pretty quickly here. There's the other one. This is the male butterfly, I believe, hanging out right here. And I can just kind of grab it. I don't think we have to worry about hitting it with the Gale Boomerang. All right. So we got pretty much all the bugs that we're going to get. Sorry, spend a little time doing that, but they are useful. They are very valuable, and they help with multiple side quests. And over here, this is where we saw our buddy, the wolf, hanging out. It's about to be daytime for when we head into Hyrule Castletown. So that's good. Most of the stuff is open when it's the day. But first, as the dawn is rising over the horizon, we're going to fight this wolf. He's nuzzling up on our head. We got another secret skill to learn. All right. I don't know. Originally, when I played, I didn't realize the wolf was also one-eyed, but it's pretty obvious.
We meet again. It appears your efforts have begun to return some vigor to Hyrule, but it is far too early to relax. Do you feel ready to earn another hidden skill to steel yourself for the forthcoming battles against more powerful foes?
I do.
Very well. But before we begin, I must test you to ensure that you have mastered the last skill I taught you, the shield attack. Now then, come at me.
So we're just gonna smack him and slice him. That's all we need to do. Tap that R button, or the ZR button.
Excellent. It appears you are certainly capable of performing my last art. Very well, my third hidden skill is the backslice. Let it be hewn into your mind.
So if you played Wind Waker, or Wind Maker, that's the parody with farts. Wind Waker, or watch me play Wind Waker even, then you've seen this technique before from Little Toon Link.
A mere shield attack is no match for an enemy protected not just by a shield, but by a thick, full-body coat of armor. Such enemies are often focused on guarding against frequent frontal attacks. They often leave their rear unprotected.
Talking about wind making.
This is when you ZL target and press A while tilting the control stick to jump and roll around your foe, then perform a jumping slice. Whoop. And he's like, just goofing on you. I wasn't actually going to slice your rump. This is the back slice. Now try it.
All right. Cross swords and come out fighting and rolling around. So we just kind of spin around and tap B at the right time to hit him in his little bony bum. All right.
You carry yourself well, but do not forget the proper timing for swinging your sword while you jump. The third hidden skill, the back slice, has been passed on.
I'm sure someone's drawn the Hero Shade as Link from the old games, but I want to see Link wearing that ridiculous helmet. You learn the third hidden skill, the back slice. Circle around heavily armored foes to strike their unguarded rears. They like to say that.
There are still 4 hidden skills for you to learn. Do not neglect your daily sword training between now and the time you come to learn the next skill. May we meet again.
And if you were very astute at the beginning of this episode, you probably saw the Howling Stone back at Lake Hylia, but we can't really howl at anything when we're a normal person. Link's not so great at that. All right, so let's head into Hyrule Castle. And time is passing, as you can see, when we were at the lake and when we're around here, but it still seems to pass when you're in Hyrule Castletown, which is kind of different from some of the other games. Usually if you're in a town, the time won't keep going, but it's kind of taking that from Wind Waker a little bit, where the overworld and the little islands and towns and stuff are more linked in with everything progressing at once. Okay, so there's some stables over here with some little goats brought over from my hometown. This guy, he's got a side quest. This old man.
If you would, for the sake of peace in Hyrule, would you please make a donation?
So I'm going to donate some rupees to him.
May the spirit of love descend upon you. If you continue to pray for peace, someday you'll be surrounded with love.
So we need to donate 1,000 rupees to this guy, which is insane. But 50 donations will do it. I'm just going to get rid of the rest of the rupees that I have really quick here, and then I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so we're just short of our final 50 donation there. We're going to need to get a bunch of money if we want to get 1,000 rupees donated to get the heart piece that he has. Then it is important to have a ton of rupees. We're back in Castletown, and now we're not a wolf. It's not all creepy and Twilight. And the citizens are starting to come out since it's daytime. There's a few different shops and stuff around here. I'll come back to these in a sec. There are some people that we can talk to. It's still technically nighttime right now, since some of these seats and things aren't filled up.
I hadn't had my fortune told until just recently. I didn't believe in it, but the other day I had my love fortune told, and right after that I was able to woo this young beauty. Now every day is glorious.
You know the fortune teller's place on the Southern Thoroughfare? She's amazingly accurate. So if we head there, we can get some hints. There is a little side door that a lot of people don't realize is over here. The citizens will tell you about. But this is where the Gorons are hanging out. It's almost like a Goron slums. There are Gorons elsewhere, so they're not like relegated to this side area. But it's a little weird that they're all living in here.
Oh, you are the heroes who saved our elder, are you not? What an honor to meet you again, brother. Thanks to you, we were able to come back here and resume business. But having been gone for a while, I've noticed a strange difference in the air here. I went to go get permission to do business in the castle, but they would not even let me in, so I just set up shop here. I have some goods for you to look at up top too. So go take a peek, brother. Sorry, I haven't talked to a person in a while. Stuck in this weird mossy room.
It smells, brother. My dad brought us about me back here for the first time in a while. But things around here look a little different from the last time. We were allowed through the inner gate right away last time, but this time we were not let through at all, and without a reason even. Oh, and brother, I'm selling potions right now. You can buy 1 cup of red potion for only 40 rupees. And if you want to know why the prices are higher than Kakariko, it's what my dad calls regional pricing. It's innovative.
So I do have my delicious, you can see that there on the, I have my jar of red jelly. I don't want red potions, I drink chew jelly, like a true hero.
Oh, hello, heroic brother. Nice to see you again. I'm here to peddle with my dad. He's out on the observation deck. Hey, brother, 1 cup of lantern oil is 30 rupees. What a bargain. What, you think it's expensive? Well, that's crazy talk.
So very quickly, I wanted to show you guys the nice view out here and talk to the last Goron before we move on and see what else is going on in Castletown. But yeah, you can look at this balcony here and kind of look around and see all the stuff happening. So you can see there's people now at the cafe. We've passed enough time. There's a tent over there where we're able to play a mini game a little later.
Oh, is it you? Thanks for that business with the elder, brother. Thanks to you, I'm back here in Castletown doing business again, brother. It's been a while, but I'm glad to see that the people and the general vibe has not changed too much. However, I cannot quite figure it, but there is something a little strange going on here that I noticed. Do you not feel anything? So anyway, do you have enough arrows, brother? Would you like to buy 30 arrows?
I might as well. I'm actually running low. I could use my amiibos, but I'm going to give these Gorons some business.
I'll be right here, though, so you can come back anytime.
All right. So we're heading out. They'll supply us with some stuff if we need it, but for the most part, we can grab what we need as we go around town and in the fields and stuff. Yeah, there's not too much need. That's one thing that I'm going to be looking forward to with Breath of the Wild is like rupees being a lot more valuable when you can't just find them and having to like barter and trade your goods and weird little monster remnants that you find on the way to get some money. I like how they made rupees more valuable in Link Between Worlds. Let's talk to this lady here real quick. Oh, sightseeing or on business? This is a wonderful town. The residents are friendly too, so please feel free to talk to them. And we got this big guy over here. He almost looks like he could be a Goron. The more I watch them every day, the more interesting I find people are. The busier the person, the less time he or she has to care about others. In contrast, people with more leisure time listen more. Who knows which type of person is better? He almost looks like Mario in this world, too. People who have a lot of leisure time make better, more sincere listeners than those who are busily scurrying about. The more relaxed a person is, the nicer he or she becomes. That's what I've found. It's best not to overfill one's plate with work or anything. And one last table here before we move on. I'm a little close to that guy. Well, if it isn't the young swordsman, are you vacationing here on business? This town is famous for many things. Does he know me from somewhere? Though the door on the side of this cafe is the viewing platform. Have you seen it already? So there is a shop over here that is a little tough to get inside. So if we try to head to the door and talk to this guy, I'm terribly sorry. We're sorry, but the shop is now closed. Please come again later. If we try to go in, I'm terribly sorry. The shop is now closed. And there should be a little boy around here that will shine our shoes, but I don't think the shop is ready for us to go inside yet. You need to have your shoes shine to shop at Chudley's Fine Goods and Fancy Trinkets Emporium, but he sells everything really overpriced. They've even increased the price for this game, so it's more expensive than it was before. I'm gonna go down this one way real quick here. But yeah, they like quadrupled most of the prices, especially because, hey, I just met your brother. But the prices are a lot more expensive because of the Colossal Wallet in this game. We have Giovanni's house here, but we can't really get in yet. We need to be able to go through that little hole in the wall. But there are some cats that we can pick up. This one will follow us around, and they'll play with a little ball. They're really trying to let us know that we should head in there a little later on. To the side here, one of my favorite features, a little puppy, of course, is a nice creature to find running around, and you can pick him up and hug him and all that good stuff. But there is a little bone, and if we wait for the puppy to get a little close, and then he's like, throw the bone, and then he'll go get it, and it's adorable, and there is a use to this, and it will help me out a little bit because I am lacking it. There he goes, he brought it back, but if we, I'll give him a little hug. I haven't seen a cute puppy like that since Ordon, but if we throw it back here into the grass, and he didn't actually see that I threw it. You have to kind of wait until he's like, oh, throw that bone, please. So I'll wait for him to get close, and then I'll throw it back in the grass. And if he goes and gets it back there, he got stuck. He's not the most cooperative puppy, but trust me, this is a cool feature. Throw it back into the grass. He'll go get it, and then instead, oh, he didn't go far enough. Come on, puppy. You're not cooperating for the video. One last time. He's going to be real happy, and then I'll throw it back there, and he'll go, and instead of the bone, he'll bring... Oh, he actually brought a rupee. Usually he brings a heart, but he got me a little... It's so adorable when he brings the heart, but trust me, that'll happen. So anyways, there's a way out of town there. There's a bridge and a Goron that's having some trouble. I'm going to try to speed stuff along a little bit. I wanted to show you guys Castle Town before we finish up, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. I'm trying to highlight the big stuff and show what some of these people say. I should have gotten in trouble there because I just rolled headfirst into that castle guard's butt. But anyways, so over here, this is towards Telma's bar. That's where we want to head ultimately. There is a little bit of difficulty with the Gorons.
My father cannot get a hot spring water to sell, so lately he just sits outside the eastern gate. I talked to him, but he just says he does not seem like the father I remember. This is so bad, I'm afraid my father will never be the same. I do not know what to do.
So people here will talk about spring water and gossip. They'll give you directions to Telma's bar, but we'll come back to that at a later time. Here's the fortune teller. This is kind of fun. I'll do this. Fortune telling mansion, Venati's palace, and we'll probably finish up by showing some of these last little bits, and then we'll get on to the main quest again next time. There's just so much to do now that, like I mentioned, everything's open. Welcome to the fortune-telling house, Venati's palace. The fates swirl about you, and only I can tell what they have in store. The door to the future will open for 10 rupees. I almost don't have enough to do that, but thanks to that puppy we do. Good, so which door will you open? Let's do career. I see. Let's hear what missions are set for your future. Speak, fates. What am I talking about is what it says backwards. Aha! So as a hint, Planning a reunion. A remote bar is your lucky spot. So telling us that's where we need to go for the main quest. What did you think? If you lose sight of your goal, don't hesitate to stop by again. And if we ask her for love advice, she, just like the fortune teller in Skyward Sword, will direct us towards a heart piece that we can get. So she'll probably tell us, hey, Charlo, the guy that we talked to, will have one. What are you doing, little guy? Peeping?
What? What's up with you? You have some business at Agitha's castle? You don't look like you'd be a friend of hers.
So if we head in, so this is kind of like a maid cafe a little bit, Agitha's castle, because you can go in and see a cute little gal dressed up in Lolita clothes, and doesn't look like we might be able to have tea and stuff here. There's a couple places in this game that remind me of very Japanese settings. I did go to Japan with my girlfriend not too long ago, and we did go to, it was like an Alice in Wonderland one. A lot of people wanted to try out this maid cafe, so we went to that. That was a unique experience. And then also the thing that we were just at with Fire and Faldi's Fantastication attraction, that really reminds me of the little theme park things they'll have there that are kind of underwhelming, where you have to pay for everything as you go, and the rides are not that great, but it's still kind of fun. Let's talk to Agitha, though. She's going to be important to get us some cash.
Oh boy, I thought you were a giant grasshopper. But you're not a bug, you're a person. Still, you're wearing those clothes. That tells me you like bugs too.
Just because we're in green.
Oh boy, I forgot the formalities. You have an audience with the Princess of the Bug Kingdom. Agitha is my name,
and I'm gonna go beat up foes with a parasol in Hyrule Warriors.
I've invited the 24 golden bugs of the world to the ball, but I don't know if they got lost on the way or what. But they're not here, that's for sure. If you see them, would you please bring them here to Agitha's castle and tell them the princess awaits? Oh boy, if you have a bug with you now, please give it to me. The ball must begin.
So we have plenty of bugs to give her. Have you brought a bug for Princess Agitha's ball? The first one we give her is going to unlock a nice little surprise that will help us here. So right now, we can carry 500 rupees.
Oh boy, who's your friend? You're a little male ant, aren't you, you little cutie? Little ant, I might mistake you for a grain and put you in my cereal. Ugh. Oh boy, thank you so much. I'm so happy. You actually went bug hunting for me, didn't you? To be honest, I doubted you would. I guess some might consider me a poor-mannered princess. From now on, if you bring me insects, I'll share my happiness with you, and you can keep it in this.
All right. So we got our big wallet, which will hold up to 1,000 rupees. And now we can collect a bunch of money from this rich girl. I wonder if there's a partner for the little male ant somewhere close by where you found this one. If any bug becomes part of a pair, I think I'll be able to share great happiness with you. And happiness is money. All right, so I'm going to give her this one. Now, I'll speed most of these up so you don't have to, watch me do this one by one. But it is going to be handy to turn in these bugs. So she'll say, little whatever, and then have a unique thing to say for each type of bug. So this is the same as the male one. But because we have a pair, oh yes, we have a pair. Don't those little bugs look happy? Allow me to share this happiness with you. So we get 100 rupees for a pair and 50 for each individual bug from now on. So very quick way to earn money. 22 bugs left until I have them all. Oh, I hope that you'll keep bringing them here. You will, right? So I'll speed this up and let you see what she has to say about the bugs, but make this quick to fill up our wallet.
Little mantis, if I had sickles like that, I could slice onions better. Little butterfly, I want to be wrapped up in that powder too. Little phasmid, I want to tie your long antenna into a bow. Don't do that. Little stag beetle, your spiky pinchers are so sharp, they must feel so good.
What? Okay, she's into some weird stuff here.
Little grasshopper, I'd love to tickle your belly all day long.
Okay, so we brought a bunch of bugs, and as a symbol of my royal gratitude, please accept this. We got the Agitha stamp, and we've got almost maxed out money here.
12 bugs left until I have them all. Oh, I hope that you'll keep bringing them here. You will, right?
If we do talk to her and don't give her a bug after saying we will, she'll have some little dialogue.
I sense it. The distinct pheromones of golden bugs on you.
And if you try to leave when you've got bugs on you, then she'll definitely know.
I know you have bugs.
All right, so we almost maxed out our wallet, though. I'm going to head over to Charlo, give him a ton of rupees, and get that heart piece before we finish up. Whoa, we did it. All right, donated enough. And if you didn't guess yet, love is a keyword for a heart piece. It just came from the heavens. All right, one more and we'll have a full heart container. Oh, this little puppy's so happy for me. All right, so before we finish up, there is one last thing I want to do. We could try this star game out with Twilight Princess version of Tingle, but it's a little rigged right now. Is it showtime yet? The young man emceeing is so handsome. I can't wait to hear his lovely voice. I wish someone would go in soon. Without an item that we don't get until that last Fused Shadow dungeon, we're not going to be able to do anything in there. Well, we could, but we would fail, and it would be sad, and we'd waste our money. So before we finish up here, I've got one last thing I want to do. What? What business do you have with Agitha? You don't look like you have the same interests as Agitha. You listening? I'm only going to say this once. If you don't like bugs, then you're better off not harassing her or hassling her. All right? So that guy's a fanboy of Agitha. If we head to the South Garden here, we didn't actually use all of our bugs to get enough rupees. That's how much money you get from those. But there's a couple other things we're going to grab from South Hyrule Field here below the castle. There's a nice, it's almost like peaceful here except for one sneaky, creepy thing. But there is a little garden almost and some trees and stuff planted. It's nice and serene. And in the garden, we can find, there we go, a ladybug with a Triforce on it, on its little wings. But over here, I don't know how she got out here so fast, but Agitha is tending to the flowers and looking for bugs, I guess, with bottles. Thanks to you, I have 12 bugs ready for the ball at my castle. I only need 12 bugs more until all of them are here. Please do your best to find partners for the ones that are not already paired up. All of them have pairs so far. There's a chest there that we can't get yet until we can grab onto it. And there's also another Goron over here. A lot of these spots are kind of blocked off until these Gorons are reinvigorated and ready to break through for us, but that's a side quest we'll get to soon.
Hey, are you the human? Yes, the other Gorons told me about you, brother. Check a look at these rocks. Amazing. Was there a landslide or something? What are you doing here anyway, brother? Are you trying to pass through? If I drank some hot spring water, it might give me the strength to break through a big rock fall like this. Hey, brother, if you find some hot spring water, you should come see me again.
So yeah, a lot of the Gorons need that spring water to help you out. And we saw, you know, the one Goron that sells it is kind of depressed because he can't get it anymore. The bridge is down. There's a few Dekubaba hanging out here. But if we look, there should be a little sparkling male ladybug. There we go. All right, and we could fight these Gways. There's like tons of Gways up there. And they're pretty easy to fight if you just use your Gale Boomerang to grab on them. And it'll unlock a nice little bonus. I love a little pair of Gways flying into their death. I'll take them out while we're talking here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to finish up here, but next episode, we will head into Telma's Bar and keep that story going because there's a lot more to do. We're going to get the item that we need to head into the next dungeon, and that will happen. I wonder if we can safely climb before the other Gways get us. That'll happen on the next episode. Thank you guys again. There's tons of side quests that we did, but we knocked a lot of them out, and we won't have to worry about them later on in the game. We got half the bugs already, and we've only visited so much of the map, so speeding things up and making the end game a little easier on me so it's not a ton of side quests. Thank you guys again. I want to take these Gways out to finish this up because it does unlock a cool little thing. There we go. Rupees raining down. Not too many, especially when we just got a bunch from bugs. There we go. All right. Thank you guys again. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. Next time, we will continue our quest in Twilight Princess HD. Goodbye.